Welcome, viewers. It's time to talk about marriage again. According to the plan of God, marriage is supposed to be between a man and a woman. That is what was in the mind of God when He created marriage between Adam and Eve. But people have diverted these days. They've gone astray. They've come up with their own plans. They've come up with their own ideas. I'm only here to talk about a marriage between a man and a woman because that is what God planned. That is what God initiated. Any other marriage, I don't talk about it because it's not of God. It's against the plan of God. It's against the will of God. It's against the desire of God. Yeah, brokens. Today, I just want to look at other things that happen in marriage. And at times, people do not understand why such things are happening in their marriages. But at times, it's just because it is time for them to do certain things. At times, you come across so many issues in your marriage. At times, you are attacked from every angle, from every corner. At times, every voice raises against you. At times, every attack is targeted at you only in your marriage. Yeah, broken. At times, you come across difficulties in your marriage. At times, you find yourself in a situation where you cannot do what you are supposed to do. Like in the case of Hannah. She found herself in a situation where she could not conceive when she was supposed to conceive. Every married woman is expected to conceive and give birth to children. But at times you come across a situation where you cannot conceive, where you lack the fruit of the womb like Hannah. When things happen like that in your marriage, don't blame yourself. Don't look down upon yourself. Know that it is time for you to turn to God. It is time for you to hold on to God. It is time for you to seek God. Let that issue, that worry, whatever is happening in your marriage, be the reason for you to turn to God. Yeah, brokens. Look at it and see it as the reason why you should turn to God. Rita, look at it and see it as the reason why you should pray. Yeah, broken. So because such issues come across in your life, such issues happened in your marriage. Why? Because it is time for you to pray. It is time for you to turn to God. It is time for you to seek God with all your heart. Yeah, broken. It is time for you to run after God and forget about anything else. It is time for you to trust in God. Rita, because only Him can take away that worry. Only Him can address that issue. Only Him can solve whatever the problem is in your marriage. Rita, we have to learn from Hannah. So Hannah was unable to conceive, but she ran to God. She saw that what she was going through, she had gone through it for many years. And she sat down and told herself that it was time for her to run to God. She had gone to a situation where she could no longer eat. She had gone to a situation where she was only crying. But she ran to God because she knew, because of what she was going through, because she knew what she was facing. The only thing she needed was to run to God. Because of what she was facing, it was time for her to run to God. The same thing applies to you. If you come across a situation in your marriage, like the situation of Hannah, where you lack fruit of the womb, where you cannot conceive, where you cannot have babies or children because of one thing or the other. Maybe it causes you pain like Hannah. Maybe it causes you to cry like Hannah. But know that it is time for you to run to God like Hannah. Know that it is time for you to pray like Hannah. Know that it is time for you to hold on to God like Hannah. Know that it is time for you to seek God like Hannah. Yeah, broken. So the Bible says, Rita in 1 Samuel 1:10. She greatly distressed, prayed to the Lord, and wept bitterly. Yeah, broken. So this was Hannah. She was in pain. She was distressed. But she knew that because of what she was going through, it was time to run to God. Yeah, broken. So the same applies to each and every one of us. When you come across issues in your marriage, know that it is time to run to God. Know that it is time to seek God. Know that it is time to turn to God. Know that it is time to trust God and only Him alone. Yeah, broken. So don't run to men. Don't trust men. Don't seek after men. They cannot address your issues. Don't run to altars, to forces, to powers, to demons. They cannot address your issue. Yeah, broken. But run to God. Don't run to shrines, to herbalists, to witch doctors. I don't care what they are called. Yeah, broken. I don't care how long they've been around. They are useless, they are powerless. Only God is powerful. When you come across issues like the issues that Hannah was facing in her marriage, know that it is time for you to seek God. Know that it is time for you to turn to God like Hannah. Yeah, broken. So during the time when she was distressed, during the time when tears were falling, she ran to God. She sought God. Yeah, broken. So she held on to God. She only spoke to God. Rita, we have to do the same. We have to do like Hannah. We have to run to God when situations rise up in our marriages, when issues and concerns rise up in our marriages, when things happen that you don't understand. Rita, know that it is time to run to God. Know that it is time to seek after God. Yeah, broken. So know that it is time to hold on to God. Yeah, broken. So no matter the situation, no matter the worry, no matter the concern, maybe it is lack and want, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's lack of children, it doesn't matter. Yeah, broken. So what matters is knowing that it is time, Rose, to run to God. Don't say I've been running to God for so many years. Don't say I've been praying for so many years. Don't say I've been trusting God for so many years. Remember Sarah? Yeah, broken. She did not run away from God. She did not refuse God. She did not turn away from God. She did not say, I'm now 90, I did not have a baby, so why hold on to God? Rose. But she held on to God after so many years. And you know what? You're not even 90 like Sarah. You're broken. So you're not even at the age of Abraham. After all those many years, Abraham has been seeking the Lord. Abraham has been serving the Lord. Abraham sacrificed to the Lord. Rita. But he didn't have the baby. He didn't have a child. Yeah, broken. But he never ran away from God. He never. What Abraham did was to ask God that I don't have. Yeah, broken. A child. Rita. He did not run away from God. He did not forsake God. He did not say, God, I don't have children. No. Rita, the same applies to us these days. The same applies whenever we come across issues, whenever we come across concerns, whenever there's no fruit of the womb in your marriage, run to God. Seek after God. Learn from Abraham. Learn from Sarah. They did not run away from God. They held on to God. Even the mother of Samson and the father of Samson, they did not run away from God. They did not forsake God. Even though they did not have a child, they still held on to God. Yeah, broken. Rosa, even Elizabeth and the husband, the parents of John the Baptist, they held on to God in their old age without children. But they continued to serve God. Protocols. They did not say they were not going to serve God anymore because of what they were facing in their marriage, because of lack of fruit of the womb, but they held on to God. Yeah, broken. Maybe what had happened in their marriage, maybe the lack of the fruit of the womb in their marriage was for them to serve God. Yeah, broken. And they did the right thing. Yeah, broken. So they saved the Lord in the midst of them having no children. They did not run away from God. They did not forsake God. Why? Because they knew that what was happening in their marriage was for them to seek God. They knew that it was time for them to turn to God, to hold on to God, to serve God. Mass. Yeah, broken. Yeah, broken. The Bible also says in Judges 4, verses 4 to 5, now Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Lappidoth, was judging Israel at that time. She used to sit under the palm tree of Deborah between Ramah and Bethel in the hill country of Ephraim, and the sons of Israel came up to her for judgment. This was broken. So Deborah, the prophetess, she knew what time it was. It was time for her to serve the Lord. She knew what time it was. It was time for her to serve the Lord by judging the children of Israel by giving them advice. So she had to go and sit under that tree. Because why? Because he knew it was time to serve the Lord. Yeah, broken. So maybe what you are going through in your marriage is because you need to serve the Lord. Yeah, broken. So maybe you go to church every Sunday, you go to church every day, but you are not serving. Yeah, broken. Maybe you just go there and you sit down. You don't serve the Lord. You don't do anything. Even cleaning in the house of the Lord, you don't do anything. But remember, you know what? It is time to serve the Lord. In those your issues that you are going through in your marriage, during those times when you face issues and problems, it is time for you to serve the Lord. It is time for you, so to seek Him. It is time for you to find what you can do for the Lord. Just like Deborah. She was a married woman. She had everything she needed, but she was still serving the Lord. She was still judging Israel. She could manage to leave her housework and leave everything, leave the children, and go and sit under the tree. To do what? To serve the Lord. Why? Because she knew it was time to serve the Lord. The same applies to you. It is time. To seek the Lord, it is time. To serve the Lord, it is time. To hold on to Him. In that your situation, during whatever you are going through in your marriage, let it bring a message to you that it is time for you to seek the Lord. It is time for you to serve the Lord. It is time for you to do something for the Lord. Let it be an excuse. For you to sit down. For you to say, I'm not serving. For you to say, I cannot do this and this for the Lord. I cannot do this and this in the house of the Lord because of this issue, because of that worry, because of what is going on in my marriage. No. So it is time. For you to serve the Lord. When you are now serving the Lord, when your mind is now focused on serving the Lord, when you forget your problems and focus on serving the Lord, then you show up. And that your marriage, any issue, you iron them out. You wash out whatever is worrying you. He will level the mountains while you are serving Him. Like Deborah was serving the Lord. She had to forget that she was a married woman. She had to forget that she had children. She had to forget all that and just serve the Lord. She had to leave everything and go and sit under the tree. Rosa. Even when Israel was going to war against Sisera, she had to go with them. She left everything. And ran after the Lord. So she left everything. And ran after the Lord and railed on to the Lord to serve the Lord. We have to do the same. We have to leave everything and focus on the Lord and serve the Lord and seek the Lord. And let our minds be on serving the Lord and seeking the Lord and pleasing the Lord. Our minds should not be after seeking men. Our minds should not be after pleasing men, but pleasing the Lord. Our minds should not be on fearing men, but fearing the Lord. Because you find that so many times people fear men. They cannot do wrong things before men, but they don't fear God. They do wrong things before God so many times, and they are not bothered that they've done the wrong things before God. But when it comes to men, they fear men. They don't do wrong things to men before men, and I wonder why. It should be the other way around. People should fear God and do the right things before God. We have to know that when we come across issues and problems, worries in our marriages, it is time for us to hold on to God. It is time for us to seek after God. It is time for us to run after God. It is time. So it's not time to go back. So it's not time to look back like the wife of Lot. No. It's time to focus and move on with God. Rosa. Like the children of Israel, when they got to the Red Sea, they did not look back, but they focused and moved on with God. So it doesn't matter what you come across in your marriage. Just focus on God and hold on to God. Seek Him and save Him. Do for Him what you never did before. Rosa, give to Him what you never gave before. Fear Him in the way you never feared Him before. Rosa, trust Him in the way you never trusted Him before. Rosa, do a new thing for Him. Look at something and say, I've never done this for the Lord. Let me do this for the Lord. Rosa, then you show up in ways you can never understand. He will do the impossible for you. Rosa, you do what only He can do. Is that your life? Rosa, because He's the creator of heaven and earth. Rose, because nothing is impossible with Him. It doesn't matter what you face, it doesn't matter what you come across in your marriage. If you could turn to God, if you could hold on to God, if you could know that when you come across such issues in your marriage, it is time, Rose, to run to God. Rita, it is time, Rose, to seek God. Rita, it is time to serve Him, it is time to seek Him, it is time to honor Him, it is time to trust Him, it is time to give unto Him. Protocol. Kiremaya seriko terisekemaya. It doesn't matter the situation. It doesn't matter the issues, the worry, the concern. Rose, what matters is it is time to turn to God. You are broken, so don't let what you are facing in your marriage discourage you. You are broken, so, but whatever you are facing in your marriage, let it bring a message to you. The message is, it is time. Protocols are to seek God. It is time to run after God. It is time to serve God. It is time to pray. Protocols. It is time to present those your issues, your worries, your concerns. Rita to Him. Because He is the creator of heaven and earth, and with Him nothing is impossible. He's the God of impossibilities. He can show up in ways that you can never understand. If you've got tears on your eyes, He will wipe off the tears. Rose, you do what you never thought you would do. Manners. But before He can do anything for you, you need to realize yourself that it is time to run to Him. It is time to seek Him. It is time to save Him. It is time to go down on your knees and call on Him. It is time to trust Him. Rosa, Him only and no one else. Ibayakosa. Ritokose. Rose. Makas. Maria, Kotorise Maras. You are broken. At times things happen in your marriages. At times things happen in marriages that people cannot understand. Maybe you just find yourself left alone. Maybe they just segregate you and leave you on your own. You are broken. They select you. You are broken and you are left on your own. You look around and you see you are just on your own. You look around and see there's no one else on your side, but God is on your side. Let me tell you that. Don't ever think that you are on your own. Always remember that God is on your side. When men leave you alone, when men select you and leave you alone, when men gather together in groups against you, don't think that you are on your own. Always remember that God is on your side. You're broken. So just like the Bible says in Genesis, Rita, protocols, 32:24, that then Jacob was left alone. And the men wrestled with him until daybreak. Yeah, broken. So Jacob was left alone. He was alone. There was no one else there with him, but God was there with him. The same applies with you when you feel like you've been left alone, when you think you've been left alone, when you think they've dropped you on your own and they know that God is there with you. Then know that it is time for you to call on Him. Protocols. Know that it is time for you to hold on to Him, to seek Him, to hold on to Him, to call on Him, to serve Him and trust Him. Know that He's the only one you have got, no one else but Him. Yeah, broken. So because men might have abandoned you, men might have left you behind, men might have dropped you, but God, He will never. All you need to do is hold on to Him. All you need to do is hold on to Him, call on Him, seek Him, serve Him, and pray. Trust Him. And you show up in ways you can never understand. You do the impossible for you. Yeah, broken. You do what to cause those that had segregated you to wonder. Yeah, broken because they forgot that. Don't forget that men segregated you or men left you alone like Jacob, but God did not. Makiara serita, rotoko, korota maka sirita, riko ya serita. In any way you think or feel that you're on your own, there's no one on your side, there's no one to support you, know that God is there. Know that it is time to seek Him. Know that it is time to speak to Him. Maybe you have been left on your own so that you can seek God. Maybe you have been left on your own so that you can call on Him. Maybe you have been left on your own so that you can trust Him. Maybe so that when people are around you, Rosa, you don't trust Him. Rosa, you don't call on Him the way He wants. Rakotosa, or expect. Rico yes, Maria Makas, I Rose, Makas. For that reason, you're left on your own. Rosa, so you can call on Him, you can seek Him. Rita, and He will answer you in ways you can never understand. He will do the impossible. The impossible for you. He will do what only He can do. Marasa, but only if you hold on to Him. Only if you run to Him. Only if you call on Him. Only if you seek Him. Only if you save Him. Only if you trust Him alone. Rotogos, in that moment when you are on your own, in that time when you think, Rose, there's no one else on your side. But know that God is on your side. Rotogos, you are broken. It is better to have God on your side. Manaris, Macras, Rico Teresa, because with God you can go higher. With God you can go places. With God, you can do what will surprise you. Why? Because with Him nothing is impossible. Rotogoza is not limited. Yeah, broken, so His power cannot be limited. Yeah, His supply cannot be limited. Yeah, broken, so His hand cannot be shortened. Yeah, broken, so His voice cannot be silenced. Rico Teresa, Korotamakaya, when He thundered, Moroto, who can contend with Him and who can fight with Him and win? No one. Yeah, broken, so it is better to be on your own with God, like Jacob. Rotokos. Maya Seriko, Teriko Yase, Manas. I was. Kota Makaya. Ya broken. Solta. Magas. I was. Like Jacob Burita. Ya broken. He was left on his own. But with God. Ya broken. Throughout the night he was with God. Wrestling with the angel of the Lord. Ya broken. So we have to do the same. We have to learn from Jacob. In any way you feel you have been left alone, in any way you feel you have been segregated, in any way you feel there's no one else on your side except God, you are broken. Yes, know that He's on your side. And run to Him, and hold on to Him, and seek Him, and call on Him, and you pray like never before. You are broken, so you show up. Manaris, in that your marriage you show up. You do great and mighty things you can never understand. You are broken. All you need to know is it is time. To turn to Him, it is time. To call on Him, it is time. To seek on Him, it is time. In that your marriage, whatever you come across, excuse me, don't let it, you are broken. Rita, don't let it cause you to run away from God. Let it, don't let it cause you to run away from God. Don't let it cause you to turn away from God. Don't let it cause you to stop serving God. Don't let it cause you to stop praying. Don't let it cause you to stop praising Him. Yeah, broken. But know that it is time to seek Him. It is time to serve Him. It is time to rise, to praise Him. It is time to dance for Him. It is time to trust Him. It is time to hold on to Him. It is time to run after Him. It is time to offer everything that you can to Him. It is time to do for Him what you never did before. Then you show up in that your marriage, you show up and do the impossible, you show up and demonstrate His power, you show up and do what He only can do. Not what men can do. You are broken, but what God can do. You are broken. Because with Him nothing is impossible. Mana, Rotokos. Mana, you are broken. Rotokos. You are broken. Or maybe occasions like the case of Jehoshaphat and the children of Israel in 2 Chronicles 20, verses 1 and 3. Verse 1 says, now it came about after this that the sons of Moab and the sons of Ammon, together with some of the Midianites, came to make war against Jehoshaphat. They came together as a group. They gathered against Jehoshaphat and the children of Israel. Maybe you find yourself in such a situation where they come together as a group against you, where they gather against you in groups, and you're just on your own. Just like Jehoshaphat was just on his own with the children of Israel. But what did Jehoshaphat do? He ran to the Lord. He prayed and fasted. Why? Because he understood that it was time for him to seek the Lord. It was time for him to pray. It was time for him to fast. He understood that what he was facing was for him to draw close to God, was for him to pray. And God showed up in his situation. The same applies to you. In one way you see yourself gathered, in any way you see a group gather against you. In any way you see a group accuse you. In any way you see yourself being attacked by a gang. For us, run to God like Jehoshaphat. Hold on to him, seek him, call upon him, and you show up. In ways you can never understand. You do the impossible. You do what only he can do. You silence every voice. You break down every altar. You render every power powerless. You render their devices powerless. Ritoko ya seripa sekoto korotamakaya nanarika airos rikos kimaraya serikote rikos airos karamaya. Thank you so much for watching. May the Lord bless you richly. May He do what He only can do in your marriages. May He do the impossible, the impossible, the impossible. May He show up in ways that you can never understand. May there be peace. I lost in that your marriage. May the joy of the Lord take over. May He surround you. Makanda, sikorota ya seriti koto. I lost. Himalaya serikote makaya. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless you richly. May you show up in your lives in ways you can never understand. In Jesus' name. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.